All right, everybody. Good morning, late morning now. We are cruising towards the afternoon here, and the Seahawks have still been relatively quiet. Seahawks not making any moves yet of high, medium, or low note, but what we are getting is clarification on some of the moves made yesterday, and this one concerns Darrell Taylor. So, I got to be honest, I'm a little bit confused on this one because the Darrell Taylor extension details are 1 year, 3.136 million with about $350,000 in incentives tied to sacks. So basically, the restricted free agent tender amount is 3 million, just over 3.1 million. So what I'm trying to say here is that I think it's exactly the same. So the restricted free agent tender is about 3.1 million, and we just gave Taylor a 1 year deal worth about 3.1 million. As near as I can tell, the only difference is that there's a $20,000 signing bonus, whereas there would be no signing bonus on an RFA tag. But $20,000 is not significant to Darrell Taylor or the Seattle Seahawks. I can't imagine any scenario where $20,000 was some kind of significant thing for either side at all. That's a complete afterthought on this contract. Um, I I don't know. I'm kind of confused. I'm still trying to figure out why this was done. I'm trying to figure out what the logic is here. The only thing that changes, as near as I can tell, is that there are a few incentives in there for Taylor to maybe get another third of $1 million if he gets enough sacks. But like, where's the reciprocation then? And that is such a that's such a small thing in the grand scheme of things. So if this was the deal you were going to land on, why not just use the RFA tag? There is such a small difference that I'm not really sure. The only thing that I can think of is that maybe the RFA tag is higher on Taylor because he's a former second round pick. Because for a second round restricted tender, it's almost 5 million. And if that's the case, then we did very well here and there's no problem. But I don't think that's the case because Taylor was originally a second round pick. I don't think that second round tender applies if you were actually a second round pick yourself. I think it's just the original round tender, which is about 3.1. So I don't really know what to think right now. I'm not excited about it because I'm not really a Darrell Taylor believer at this point. The other angle, I guess, would be that maybe we were afraid some team was going to snipe him if we tagged him. But to that, I say, great. If somebody wants to snipe him and we can get a second round pick back for him, which is what it would cost to take somebody with an RFA tag, then I would happily take that. And I think the Seahawks would too. And I don't know why they wouldn't. Darrell Taylor barely was getting on the field at the end of the year last year. So I don't know. I don't know what to think about this one. Again, I'm not excited or happy about it. I think what is going on is that they wanted a fourth edge rusher that wouldn't require giving up a compensatory pick, so they wanted to keep somebody who was in house, which is Darrell Taylor. So I can dig that. I can also respect the fact that Darrell Taylor has a good chance to do much better in Mike McDonald's scheme. He has produced in Carroll's scheme previously to an extent, but I don't know. This one's just kind of weird to me. I'm not upset about it. I'm not happy about it. It just kind of is like, what's the benefit? I'm going to keep looking into this. Maybe the tender would have been like 5 million, in which case this makes a lot of sense. But otherwise, it's just like, it's almost identical to the tender. All right. See you guys later. Go Hawks. More action coming later today, I'm sure.